So is this going to be Caleb Wilson? Or is this John Brent? Yep, this is Caleb Wilson.
Yeah, so we were mistaken. We apologize for that. Like we said, the radios aren't working great up here. So it is Caleb Wilson, so they'll bump up Wilson to 70. So John Brent will undoubtedly wrestle 82, and they'll go from there. This is Dylan Gahm of Lena-Winslow. Caleb Wilson comes in with a record of 30-19. Wrestling Dylan Gahm, who comes in with a record of 17-12. Wilson a sophomore, Gahm a senior.
Gahm in on a double. They go out of bounds.
Over on mat number 2, it's now a 15-0 lead. Dual team score. Mercer County had a decision at 170 pounds. And leading the match at 182 pounds, 2-0. It's Mason Weeks of Mercer County wrestling Jesse Bewley of Sandwich. First period's going to come to an end on mat number 1. No score. It'll be Wilson's choice. He's going to go down. Wilson comes to his feet. And he's going to get an escape. So 1-0. Caleb Wilson, 160-pounder during the year. Wrestling 170. He's wrestled 170 all day. I suppose we should have known that he would at least bump up. And Brent, who's their 170-pounders, wrestled 182 all day. The great thing about dual team, these two gentlemen have really wrestled well. So John Brent particularly. Brent not a state qualifier during the individual tournament, but he's come up huge here in the team tournament. Having depth is such a big thing in the dual team tournament. And LeRoy's got a lot of it, so does Lena-Winslow.
Another thing that we talked about earlier today, you just kind of touched on a little bit, was bumping up. And you got great coaches, they're masterminds. They really are. Know how to bump up, and it's a chess game.
It is. It was interesting, especially in the quarterfinals. LeRoy ended up bumping up one of their 145-pounders all the way up to one. He weighed in at 160. And you know that was something they talked about during the week for that to happen. They knew that they wanted him to wrestle Wilmington's 160-pounder. Got a decision, which is what they wanted. Didn't get pinned. Didn't give up any extra bonus points. That allowed for LeRoy to wrestle their best guys up a weight and was able to come up huge because Brent got a pin at 182. And we have a takedown. Now a 3-0 lead for Caleb Wilson of LeRoy. We have a fall on mat number 2. Mason Weeks of Mercer County getting the pin. So Mercer County well on their way to getting third, now lead 21-0. We head into the third period. Gahm chose bottom. He gets an escape. 3-1 now. We're neutral. 6-3 in team score. LeRoy with the pin at 152 pounds. Lena-Winslow with a big come from behind victory at 160 pounds. And it's a match, third period, 170 pounds. 3-1. Wilson of LeRoy in the lead, although a nice shot in by Gahm. Unable to finish, though, and they go out of bounds. Wilson giving up about 10 pounds. He's a normal 160-pounder, like we said.
You know, honestly, and I know that the 2A and 3A guys talk about this a lot, the fans that show up for Class 1A wrestling is unbelievable. I'm just kind of taking a look at LeRoy's fan section is full all the way up to the top by us. I think LeRoy has the most fans out of the 2A, all four teams wrestling in 2A right now combined.
It's probably true. One big part of it is they are just down the road. But
that's true.
But
that's true.
You're right. I mean, it is neat to see.
Lena's fan section is all full as well.
Yeah, it is nice to see how many people come out. You know, with some of the small schools, like you said, the 1A schools, that it becomes a big community thing, and it's neat to see how many people came out. Like we mentioned before, the girls basketball team was also in town.
Sure.
So, like you said, all of LeRoy was in Bloomington for this weekend. So a bunch of the girls basketball fans probably came over and are watching the finals now. It looks like a warning stalling on Wilson of LeRoy as the wrestlers went out of bounds. 30 seconds to go in the match. 3-1, Wilson leads. Under 30 seconds now. Another nice shot by the Lena-Winslow wrestler.
Ooh.
Nice scramble, no points. Wilson almost came with a takedown. 10 seconds left now. Gahm looking over at his coaches. His coach is saying, come on, you got to go. We need a takedown here to tie this match. It's not going to happen. A takedown by Wilson at the end makes it 5-1. So Caleb Wilson of LeRoy, a sophomore, comes up with a victory. Makes the team score now 9-3. It's definitely going to be John Brent of LeRoy who's going to be up next.